All right, another day. We are getting ready to lift this wall. I think we're all prepped. We got the bracing out of the way. We got the tractor over here hooked up. We put that little block on the top. The buddy who helped me raise this wall, it was his idea to do that just to kind of keep the straps spread apart enough. So it was a great idea. I've used it on all the walls, so thank you to him for that. We actually learned a lot lifting it together, so I'm grateful he was able to come out with and help out with the first wall. But we got two sections here. A little icy.
Very icy. That's why you can see the heater right here. We're kind of strategically placing it in areas so that it can start to melt some of the ice.
Yep. But other than that, I mean, it's great weather.
Yep. I'm warm.
Barely cloudy. We can see some blue. It is warming up. This ice is going to melt here, I think, eventually.
Yep.
The tractor's already hooked up. It's already warmed up. I think we're going to raise a wall here and get going. Wish us luck. Well, successful morning, I think, for the most part.
Yeah. Somehow it got colder, I feel. I was warm when I came out here.
Not working hard enough.
I guess not.
But the back wall is up, as you can see behind us. So it's not ready to go and all finished yet. We got to do some work. You can see we got a corner post we got to put in there.
Corner post right there.
And way over there.
Yeah.
Which I need to do some work on, prep on the sawhorses with the story pole. That way we know that the intersection of all the girts coming into the corner are exactly where they need to be, so we're parallel going all the way around.
And that's going to strengthen it quite a bit too.
Yeah, I'll probably take down the bracing's not doing much for us right now anyway, but we probably won't need the bracing much at that point. We're going to do some cross bracing that'll go parallel with the wall in each of the corners, wherever we don't have an obstruction like a garage door or something like that. So we won't be able to do one in the bottom, but we'll get one in the top back here. We'll get one on the top and bottom on these sides, and then in this corner I'll probably do top and bottom, although I'm not sure on the windows for the top yet, so that might be in the way a little bit. But yeah, no, it's
good. Good morning. Good morning. Got a lot done, and now we've got to go back into town to Home Depot and North 40.
Yeah, we got to get some stuff. We are out of washers, so we can't really put any more posts up until we get those.
And then propane and gas.
Oh yeah. So the holiday coming up, we want to make sure that we're all set. We don't run out of any.
We don't want to go anywhere on Black Friday.
Right. And then I got to make some phone calls and see what's going on here with the trusses. We could either be in a situation where we're scrambling over the next 24, 48 hours.
I wouldn't mind that.
To get completely ready for these trusses to come. Or we know we got maybe the weekend, we can get some other things done, like maybe start framing in some of the garage doors and doing some of that work. But we're close. There's a lot of there's a lot of small things that we just got to go through and take care of.
Yep. Yeah.
But it's looking like a building now at least. But yeah. All right, so that'll do it here for right now. I don't think we're gonna get much more done here today.
Not today. More
But
tomorrow.
we'll get back out here tomorrow morning and
On Thanksgiving Day and work hard.
Yep. All right, we are back. All that separated us from that last clip and right now is just a mere 30-minute lunch break and a quick little wardrobe outfit change. I got a fresh dry jacket on. But yeah, when we went in for lunch, we were gonna go run some errands. Jessica's getting some her snow tires on her Jeep, and so she had that appointment. We were gonna go look at some stoves, get some stuff. I checked my phone and I got a message about trusses coming. At first they said Monday, and then I said that sounds great, and he said hold on, they just called and said they could do Friday. So we're gonna do Friday, which is we're 36 hours away from trusses coming. So I'm gonna just quickly do. I want to just walk through kind of a punch list of all the things that we have to get done the rest of the day and then tomorrow, so that we're ready for the trusses to come in. So I'm actually standing out here on the front. I'm over here by where the supply trailer is. So you can see on the front, we're looking into the shop from this point. So here's what our plan is for the front. This very front truss actually will sit on that top, the very top wall girt on the front and the back wall. So the problem is I don't know exactly what the crane needs. I don't know if the crane's gonna be able to fit, say, in between these two garage door posts. I don't know if I just leave that open all the way up and then they go in. I don't know if he can sit out here and reach all the way to the back and set the back truss. So I just have no clue. So what I'm thinking about doing right now is just doing the front corner post, and then maybe just doing up to the garage, the rough opening post for the garage, and then getting that done all the way up. So that way we've been able to kind of turn the corner a little bit, so we've got some support for this very front truss. And then I'll do the opposite on this side. And then in all the corners, including the ones that we have, in the back here, we've got to get the corner posts up. And then where you see there's some wider openings, sorry, let me move my hand back here, like right here and right here. And then on this side, like over here, we've got to go through, cut some 2x6 by 16s in half. Go up, I'll post those or mount those up onto the existing wall, and then attach it to the corner post so that whole corner is tied in nicely. So that's something that I definitely need to get done, just so that we've got the rigidity of the structure. You can see a little bit better view of it here. So there's, what is that? It should be 8 of them going up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So we've got to do that in that corner, and then in that corner. I've got the garage door opening over here. We did just cut that post. I don't need to do any of this work on this before the trusses come. So I'll probably abandon that for right now, and we can resume that after all the trusses are in. One thing that is going to be really important before we get the trusses here is you'll see on the top we've got those 2x12s that are called the truss carriers, and they go the whole length of, let's see, all the way up here. They go the whole length of the sidewalls on both sides. So not only do we have those on the outside of the post, but we need to go through and put 4, so it's 4 boards basically to cover the whole 64 feet. We need to go and put 4 more on the insides on both of the sidewalls. So we'll have a total of 2, 4, 6, 8 on this wall, and then 2, 4, 6, 8 on this wall. So it'll be 16 total, and it's gonna kind of act as like a header, so that the trusses can sit on those. And then the weight is then distributed to all of the posts. That's important. We got to get that done. So I'm going to get working on some of this. I'm going to do let's see here. I think I'm going to need Jessica to help me out with those 2x12s just because of how heavy they are. We'll definitely use the lift. We'll load them up on the lift and go all the way up, but I think just getting them in place is going to be a better job for 2 people. I'm going to start working on, we'll do the posts, for the corner posts. So with that, we'll use our story pole, and we're gonna get both outside corners, so the side wall and the back wall, or the side wall and the front wall, so that we know exactly where our wall girts need to connect, so that the intersection at the corner is perfect and level all the way across. And that might take us all the way up until we run out of daylight today. We'll see if we can get any of them up. But then we'll also have to cut 4, what do we need here? There's 4, 8, 12, 16. We got to cut 16 2x6s in half. And we'll use those for our girts that go into the corners as well. So maybe between all that, we can get a good jump on it today, get that started. And then the big focus tomorrow is going to be getting the inside of the truss carriers done. So I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to get to work because we have a lot to do in the next 36 hours before the trusses show up. All right, we got all 4 corner posts prepped. A little different on this one, same process that we did for all the other posts, but because they're gonna be in the corner, we're gonna have the intersection of the wall girts that are going along the front and along the side. I took the story pole and we did the marks on both the side and the front. That way we know exactly where those girts need to intersect. And I'm not superstitious, but I'll tell you, that piece of paper that I have over that has all my instructions that I write from the design on the computer. Every time I try and bring that out here, some sort of moisture falls from the sky, whether it's snow or rain or whatever it can be. I'm always fighting to try and keep that thing dry. But we had, the forecast was saying nothing for today, and all of a sudden it just started snowing out of nowhere. So it's not a heavy snow by any means. I don't know how much longer it's gonna last. It certainly isn't sticking. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Anyway, I think the next step here is gonna be, we're gonna cut the corner girts that we need. So to fill in all the gaps, the like little pieces that are missing, like here and here. So I'm gonna take the 16-foot long 2x6s, I'm gonna just chop them in half. And we need 8 of them, basically 4 boards cut in half for 8 of them to just fill in all the gaps going all the way up on each corner. Once that's all done and it's prepped, I think we're gonna start sanding some posts. So we'll see if we have enough time here today with the daylight. But at least if not, it'll all be prepped here for tomorrow. The last thing that I wanna get done, and if it gets pushed off tomorrow, that's okay. But I'm trying to still think through how much of this front wall I wanna put together. And I know I went through and I said, I was just gonna do the corner down here out to like the edge of where the garage door bay was gonna be, and do that kind of all the way up, leave a big space in the middle open. But I'm kind of wondering if maybe it'd be better if I got one whole side done. That way, if it needs that extra support to hold that end truss, or even just hold the whole building, kind of tie the whole building together. I don't know. Or maybe I'll just do it because it's easy enough to just knock a board down or two if I need to do that, or a whole section for that matter. We could take a whole section down. If the crane operator says that he needs some more space to be able to maneuver and get an angle on it. I don't know, we'll see. We're gonna get the important stuff done first, and then whatever's left over on that wall by the time we get to Friday, it is what it is. But if we have time to do some of the wall, I think I'm gonna probably do some of the wall. Even if it's not the whole thing laid out to get in the way of the floor, maybe just one side. I don't know, we'll see. All right, I'm gonna stop talking and get to work. All right, look who's back.
I have new tires.
The helping hand. So she got her tires on, and we're still chugging away here. Daylight is almost gone.
Yeah.
But we had to hit a stopping point here in this corner. We ran out of battery juice for the circular saw. So we got about halfway up, so we have 4 rows of wall girts together in the corner. We still have to do the truss carrier at the top, but then we have just the 4 more to connect, and we'll be done on that one. So we'll charge up the batteries tonight, and we'll be ready to go here tomorrow.
First light.
We are going to now direct our attention over to this corner. Now, we had to do a lot more work on that one. That whole wall was tilted pretty good, maybe about 6 inches to the left. And so I had to use the tractor to kind of push the top of it back. We did a lot better job on this one by keeping it plumb as we put it up. So the 2 connecting posts, this one here and this one here, both are plumb in their respective directions where they're going to make the connection. So we don't have any work to do other than just stand this post up into the corner. We're going to fasten into the bracket, and we're going to just make the few connections that we can for the ones going up, and then we'll do the rest of it tomorrow when we've got enough battery power on the saw.
Yep.
And then if we're feeling really aggressive and it's not too dark, it's time to start loading up the 2x12s onto the lift and getting them up. We got 4 of them to do on this side, 4 of them to do on this side. I don't know if we'll even get to that, but we're gonna at least see if we can get maybe 1 or 2 done tonight, and then I think we're within striking range tomorrow.
Did you tell him yet?
Trusses are coming. Yeah. Trusses are coming on Friday.
So we're feeling the heat more than usual.
We got like an hour or 2 right now, and then we can get. We got a full day tomorrow. We got the plow lined up to come get the driveway all perfectly clear. They're coming probably 8:30 in the morning. The trailer's gonna be pulled out of here tonight, so everything's gonna be out of the way, ready to go. We have to do our part.
Yep.
And make sure we got the walls ready to go, which I think we can get it done.
We can do it, and then I mean we're getting ahead of ourselves now, but we can
I need
totally
3 people. I got to go find some helpers. If I can get 3 people to come help, then we're gonna be completely ready to go. We get
I count as half at least.
Are you gonna be here? Oh,
Yeah.
you're gonna be here. Yeah, you're gonna be here. All right. So maybe just 2.5 more people. All right, we gotta get to work.
Yes. All right, so I'm going to video by myself as Steven gets ready. We wanted to get a much earlier start today. Our human alarm clock usually wakes us up around 7, and our human alarm clock woke us up at 8:30 today. So we're left now with about 7 hours of daylight. We got a lot to do. We got to finish securing this post up. Hey, babe. And then the other post where we were going to finish up yesterday, but our batteries died, and the front posts as well as the truss carriers.
Yep, we got 9 posts on each side. They all need to be connected by truss carriers on both the inside and the outside.
Yep.
If we have that, I'd say we're ready for trusses. Everything else, the front wall, all the other wish list things that we wanted to get done, we'll do it afterward. It's fine. But I want to make sure that we're ready. I'd say I'd really only give us like a 50% chance that they're actually going to be able to get the trusses down here and set.
Yeah.
My gut says they're going to drop them all the way down by the road, and we're going to have to bring them up one by one with the tractor. But, you know, my fingers are crossed.
Yep.
We're hoping that we got a driver that's wants to help us out and thinks he can make it work. Even if we take our time and be nice and safe and slow about it, I'm fine with it. Even if he can get back here and he can't set the front
At least
view,
they're here.
if he can set like most of them, that's going to save us a ton of work too. So we just have to do, you know, the truss carriers and all 9 posts on both sides, and then we get everything cleared out of here. So they have to be able to back up. So we're gonna have to do some material handling and moving, but we can do that after it's dark. But we need to stop talking and we need to get to work because we got a ton to do.